looking for Prince Charming? Or are you like, oh yeah, I'm perfect for that?
No, I was like, really? My agent had just had a baby, and he says, I've got a Cinderella script and stuff. And I was like, really? Is that what I'm going to do next, Cinderella? He's like, no, read the script, it's great. And I was like, you've just gone soft because you've had a baby. And then I read it, and I've kind of got a smile ear to ear when I finished the script. I was like, okay, we've got to try and get this one.
You guys, of course, I mean, not quite as fast in the cartoon, but the Prince and Cinderella fall in love very fast. Did you work with Lily and Kenneth at all to, like, establish that connection?
No, I think it's just kind of good casting on Ken's half, and, you know, an amazing actress that Lily is, that we just kind of were thrust into this. That's part of this job, I think. You have to thrust yourself into kind of a trusting relationship, and that's what we tried to do.
Yeah. It looked well. You had great chemistry.
Thanks very much.
Yeah. How about the ballroom scene? That seemed like something that might be quite technically difficult.
Yeah, it was. I'm not a naturally gifted dancer, so I had to kind of train 3-4 days a week for about 2 months in order to kind of not destroy Cinderella's dress during filming the scene. But it was kind of no acting required in a scene like that. When, you know, we built those sets, they weren't CGI'd. We have 2,000 candles lit. There's 600 supporting artists and dancers. So you're actually in the middle of a fairy tale when you're doing it.
Wow. I did not know there was no CGI involved.
No
That's
CGI
pretty
in that,
incredible.
no. And a full orchestra playing the music.
Wow.
So you are in the middle of it.
Very immersive.
Yeah.
That's amazing. How did you enjoy, these costumes are quite different from the Game of Thrones costumes.
Absolutely.
Yeah, how did you enjoy the tight pants?
Well, it's nice to be in clean costumes for a change. In Game of Thrones, I'm kind of caked in mud, and they don't wash the costumes between seasons, so you're just filthy all the time. And in this, I kind of got to wear different things, and one of the key things that I wanted to make about this prince was I want him to retain a masculinity despite being a Disney prince. And that's something that, you know, I feared with the costumes we'd end up looking foppish or wet. And actually, you know, they kind of really helped in that factor. They made me feel regal and masculine, and even though they're detailed and intricate, they're made for riding on horses and being outside. And, you know, Sandy Powell's an amazing costume designer, and I think she really knocked it out of the park with this.
They're beautiful.
Right?
Yeah, absolutely. Why do you think people keep wanting to cast you as royalty?
I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm really working class, so they can kind of, I can kind of see from the outside that regality. Maybe, I don't know.
And you know, your sort of the iconic Game of Thrones episode that you're involved in is arguably the most painful of all time. How do people react to you when they see you on the street?
People are mostly, I think. People are like, oh, why did you die? Or people are like angry at me, and you're like, it's not my doing. I didn't choose to die.
They're not like happy to see you alive and well.
Why did you die? Why did that happen? And you're like, I'm sorry, it wasn't up to me.
What else is coming up for you that you're excited about?
I just finished a film with Idris Elba called Bastille Day. And it's kind of nice to be in modern clothes and not royalty. I'm a kind of pickpocket street rat. So there's that. And then in 2016, me and Lily and Kenneth Branagh are going to be doing Romeo and Juliet on the stage in the West End in London.
That's fantastic. That's going to be exciting to do Shakespeare with Kenneth Branagh,
Start
right?
of a good relationship, I hope.
Yeah, that's awesome. Thank you so much for your
you.
time.